Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're here with me. So today we're going to do a few moves. These are just things I like to do in the morning. It's a little bit of breath work. It's how I start my days. So we're going to do a few moves, just some warm-up moves. I like the 6 flexions of the spine, a few warriors in there, and I'm ready for my day. So thank you for joining me. I chose this shirt today, number one, because it was what came up in my drawer, but upon reading it, it's also one of my favorite shirts. It's because I always have a choice. I choose love, and I love that message. So bring that into your day today, because I think that's so much about such a good, supportive, and positive way to go about our day is to really ask yourself and remind yourself you have a choice. So I might ask you all today, what do you choose today? Today, I choose love. So I choose to not only love myself, but love everybody, love the world, love what I'm doing. So I invite you to do the same today, to exercise that choice you have. So we're going to get started here with a few breaths. And I do that so that we can connect in with that breath, and then also invite the breath to be a part of our movement throughout these few movements. So let's go ahead and get started. Get comfortable. You can be seated on a chair or on a cushion like I am. Whatever feels best for you. It's really about being comfortable here. I do ask that you sit nice and straight. Keep that spine nice and straight. Keep the tummy tucked in. And the chest, so important to always keep the shoulders back and the chest open and your chin lifted, so that creates this nice long spinal energy center that's straight. So let's close our eyes, placing your hands on your knees or comfortably in your lap. And just take a moment to settle in. Taking a deep breath through the nose. As you're taking that deep breath, expand the chest and lengthen, rise up. Open the mouth and exhale, let it go. Let everything relax. Inhale through the nose, draw it all the way, this time deeper into the chest and the mid-body. Expand the ribs. And exhale, open mouth, let it go. I always take a moment here after the first 2 breaths just to integrate those breaths. Notice how I feel even after just 2 short breaths. Taking that pause. Now this last breath, I want you to draw in the breath through the nose, and I want you to fill up the chest, the mid-body, expand the ribs, and then draw it all the way deep into your belly, expanding the belly fully. So you're filling up the whole front body. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale, let it go. Fully empty out. One more breath, breathe it in. Filling all the way up. Take one more little sip of air in. And exhale, let it go. Empty out fully. On the next inhale, sweep your arms out. Deep inhale, open the eyes, looking up. Palms come together. And exhale down through front body. Taking a pause here. One more deep breath in. Palms sweep up. And exhale, right hand comes down, left hand reaches way up. Allowing that left hip to ground into the ground. Reaching out through the fingers, opening up that chest. Pierre's enjoying this too. That's his version of yoga this morning. And then walk your fingers out to the side, and as you do, allow those top fingers to stretch way out over to your side, really getting an opening in that side body. And again, keeping that hip grounded. And then sweeping forward, coming around, and inhale, palms together. Lifting up, nice deep breath, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand sweeps up, stretches up. Opening up that side body. And on the next breath, just creeping, crawling that right hand out to your side as far as feels comfortable. Grounding down into that left hip and reaching over with the top hand. Making sure your shoulders stay stacked on top of each other, so opening up that front body. Keeping lots of length in that side body. So you're lengthening out through the fingers, lengthening out through the top of the head, and reaching. And then exhale, sweep through. And inhale, come up, palms together. Exhale, down through center. Making sure you're connecting with the breath and allowing that breath to move your body. Inhale, up. Exhale, come down. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand on your left knee. And a gentle twist, keeping your chin up, your back straight, tucking in your abs. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And exhale, deepen into the twist, inviting your eyes to gaze past your left shoulder. And inhale, back to center. And palms come up. Nice big inhale. Pierre's doing his yoga thing here too. Exhale, right hand comes down behind you, and left hand to your right knee. Gentle twist to your right. Always lengthening through the top of the head. Inhale here, fill up. And exhale, release into the twist, grounding through your left hip. As you exhale, notice how when we release, we let go, we relax, we can find a lot more depth, a lot more ease into that twist. And back to center, sweep up, palms together, and down through heart center. Now we're going to move over onto our hands and our knees into tabletop. And we're going to make sure our fingers are nice and spread, our shoulders aligned over our wrists, and our hips over our knees. And just take a minute to kind of move around here. Maybe do some circles, stretch it out. If you're doing this first thing in the morning like me, it just feels good to move after waking up. And reverse that circle. Really stretching in, feeling the movement in everything you're doing, using the breath. Inhale as you come forward. Good. So now we're going to take a deep breath in and rise up with the left palm, stretching through those fingertips, grounding through the right palm. And exhale, sweep through, thread the needle, come down onto your shoulder, reach out as far as you can. resting your left cheek on your mat. And take a breath here. Nice inhale. And relax down into this pose. Inhale, sweep back up. And exhale back down. Let's just take a little break in between and lean way back. Sit your sits bones back onto your heels. Let your head drop and rest. And back up. And then we're going to inhale, right hand reaches up towards the sky. Wiggle the fingers. Stretch all the way through, lengthen. And exhale, sweep through, thread the needle. Your right shoulder rests on the mat, your right cheek rests. And relax into this pose as you take a nice deep breath in. And relax down. Just pause here. Notice any places you might be a little bit tense and invite the breath into those areas. Yoga is a union with the body. And inhale, gently flow up. Right hand raises one more time. Reach up to the sky. And come to rest. Okay, let's take a minute here and just sit back on our knees. And it's so good when we do these warm-ups to pay attention to the wrists as well, because they're such, I think, a neglected part of the body. And especially in yoga, we use the wrists so much. So let's just do a little warm-up with the wrists. Let's extend our hands out. I want you to push through the palms of the hands. So you're going to feel this wonderful stretching through this area in the bottom of your hands. So push through, extend the fingers back towards you. Inhale, extend out. And exhale, release. Let's just do a little warm up with the elbows. We're going to rotate out. In, out, in, out, in, out, and in. Now let's warm up those wrists. I know mine are cracking, so that's probably, this is something that's needed. Reverse the circle. And then let's just stretch them out. Remembering to breathe here, nice deep breaths. Stretch. Good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. So let's come back up into our tabletop, and we're going to go ahead and rise up on our toes. Into our first downward dog. Notice how you might have a little bit of stiffness since this is our first expression of downward dog, and that's okay. Gently bend each knee, do whatever feels good here to wake up those muscles and areas that you haven't used while you're sleeping. We're just gently warming everything up. And then walk the feet forward towards your hands into a forward fold. I like to have my feet about hip distance, just comfortable for you. And release the shoulders. Just let your head hang. Take a breath in and halfway lift. Straighten that spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. You can bring your feet a little bit together. And we're going to tuck in the abs, let the chest lift, the shoulders roll back, the palms come out to your side into Tadasana or mountain pose. This is a really grounding pose for you. If during the day you're feeling a little bit ungrounded, this is always a good one to come back to. It's very simple but very grounding. Take a moment to breathe here and just feel into this pose. Breathing in deep, filling up the chest. And exhale, let it all go. Our next inhale, rise up, palms come together. And steeple the fingers. Exhale, over to your left side. As far as is comfortable, remembering to open that chest. Inhale up through center and exhale to your left. Grounding through that left leg. And inhale up. Let's do a counter pose to that. So let's interlace our fingers behind us, squeezing the heels of the hands together and opening the chest. Lift those palms up. Really get that nice stretch. And exhale, release. Okay, so let's move on here. Inhale, breathe up. Lift up. Exhale, fold forward, float to the floor. Inhale, halfway rise. And exhale, fold forward. One more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold forward and walk forward into downward dog, our second stop here. Take a breath. Release it. And move forward into plank. In this plank, if you're not quite ready, you can drop your knees. You want to do whatever comfortable for you here. Your wrists are nice and aligned under your shoulders. Your abs are tucked in. And your back of your head is nice and straight continuation of your spine. Nice inhale here. And exhale back into your downward dog. Notice how these down dogs are feeling better now. There's not so much tightness. And inhale, walk forward, back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let it all go. Inhale, rise up. And nice deep breath in. Very good. Now we're just going to speed it up a tiny bit since we're probably nice and warm now. So inhale, hands rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward dog. Pushing through the back of the hips. Inhale, up on the toes and shift forward. Again, drop the knees here if this feels like a little bit too much. Do whatever's accessible. And exhale, Tuck in the elbows, release to the ground. Inhale, come up just a tiny bit, lifting the head for your baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, pushing off the tops of the feet, lifting the chest. And exhale, release. Now shifting the palms of the hands back towards the waist, and we're going to lift up into up dog. So you're lifting the thighs, the pelvis, and the chest, opening up, pushing through, and back into your downward dog. Inhale, walk forward. Halfway lift, straighten the spine. And exhale, forward fold. Grab the ankles. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And rise up. Very good. Palms come up. Exhale, down through center. Okay, let's add on. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Let everything float down. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, forward fold. And this time, inhale, left foot reaches back. And you can bring your back knee down to the ground if that feels comfortable. Inhale, palms lift. Open up that front body. Get that nice stretch in that right hamstring. Let the shoulders drop, but reach through those fingertips. Nice big inhale here, open up. And exhale, bring the left palm down next to your right leg and reach up with the right fingers. Nice inhale. And exhale, release the palm to the ground. Left hand floats up. Nice reach. Exhale down. Perfect. Let's inhale and come up one more time. Really draw those thumbs backwards so that you open up the chest and invite the shoulder blades in the back to release down, come together. That really opens up that shoulder girdle in the front. Nice big inhale here. And exhale, frame the front foot. And step back into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And down through heart center, midline. Now we're going to do the other side. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, down, sweeping down, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right foot back behind you. Knee comes down. And same thing on this side. So inhale, lift the arms. You can extend that front foot out if you want to feel it a little bit more in the thigh, the hamstring. Again, reaching back with the thumbs to really open up that front body, squeezing the back shoulder blades together. Nice big inhale here. Reach up, extend through the head and the fingers. And exhale, right hand comes down, left hand reaches up, stretches, lengthening all the way from the palm of the right hand out through the left fingertips. Nice big line, extension, lengthening. And exhale, left palm comes down to frame the outside of the foot. And inhale, right hand lifts up. Again, extending all the way from the palm of the left hand out through the right fingertips. Feeling that twist in the upper body as the shoulders open. And exhale, come down. Inhale, step back up into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And roll up nice and slow. So you're moving up, lifting up through the knees, engaging the back of the hamstrings, shoulders, roll back, and we come back down into our mountain pose. Let the shoulders drop. Take a moment here to notice where there still might be a little bit of tension. And let's just take a quick deep breath in. As you exhale, let it all go. Notice how much better your body feels now, how much open. Kind of a softness to it. Maybe some tingling as your body awakens. Okay, so we're going to go into our warrior pose. So we're just going to extend what we've already done a little bit. Let's inhale, rise up, palms together. Exhale, hinge forward, float forward. Feel that stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Don't forget that breath. And inhale, step the left foot back behind you. And rise up, warrior one. Engage the inner thighs here. So you're kind of squeezing them together. Lift that back knee. And take a moment to take a breath here. So if your toes are gripping, anything is gripping, just breathe into that area. And as you exhale, let's turn that back foot to about 90 degrees. Bring our arms to the horizon and soften down into our warrior two. Very good. Extending out through the fingertips. Find that sweet spot right in the middle so your shoulders are over your hips. Opening up through this extended knee in the front. Very good. Let's straighten that front knee as we inhale up. And exhale down. Find your breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale, back arm floats down the back leg, front leg flips, kind of like a high five to the back of your body. Reverse warrior. Reaching again out through those fingertips and opening up that front body. And exhale, a bird just flew into the house. There it goes. We've got all the animals here. I staged that perfectly for you. And inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale and shift forward. Your right elbow comes to your right knee, and left arm floats over again, stretching long here. So you're creating this beautiful energetic line from the back heel all the way through your fingertips, a long line of energy. Opening up that side body, and at the same time not collapsing into this lower rib cage area. You want to lift out through the crown of the head. Perfect. Back up into your warrior. Deepening into that front knee. Very good. Come forward, back in. Lift the palms. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale down through center. Again, we're going to move to the opposite side. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen that spine, nice and straight. Exhale, forward fold and reach the opposite leg now, back behind you. And you can extend that front knee into warrior one. Rise up. Shoulders are dropped. Inviting them to squeeze towards each other in the back, yet lifting through the fingertips. Lifting that back knee. Perfect. And exhale, pivot the back foot, lean into the front knee, into warrior three. Extend out through the fingertips. Nice deep stretch. Inhale up, straighten the front knee. Big breath. And exhale down. Let it go. Inhale, rise up. Exhale down. This inhale, you're going to slide the back hand down the back leg. Front hand sweeps over. Reverse warrior. Reaching out through the crown of the head. Tucking in the abs. And back to warrior. Good. Check in with that breath. Tuck in the abs here. And open up that front thigh. Good. Inhale, reach forward, resting the left elbow on the left knee, and back hand swings over next to your ear, reaching out. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Deep inhale here. And exhale, relax into the pose, nice and gentle. Inhale, back up. Find your warrior three. Let's reverse warrior one more time. Front hand sweeps over gently. And lean forward. Back to warrior three. Well done. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, frame the front foot and back into your forward fold. Let the air out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now bring your toes together, your heels in a little bit closer. Slight bend to the knees, and inhale up into chair pose. So hands come up overhead, your knees close together. And take a peek down and just make sure your knees aren't creeping over the tips of your toes. Stay here, nice breath in. Extend out through the fingers. And exhale, forward fold. Let the air out. Inhale, back into chair. Reach through those back hips, reach through the fingertips. Check the toes. And exhale, forward fold. One more time, let's reach into chair. Hips extend back. And exhale, find the twist. So you're going to twist hands down through heart center and twist to your left. Hooking your right elbow around your left knee. Deep breath in here. And exhale. Inhale and release all the way back up. Give those legs a little break. And exhale to heart center. No weight here, just slowly. The struggle is real, guys, working out on the beach with the animals, the birds, and the planes. So inhale, bend the knees, hips back, hands up into our chair pose. We're going to do that twist on the right side. Nice stretch all the way from the back of the hips, the tailbone, out through the fingertips. Reaching those hips backwards. And exhale, twist to your right. Left elbow around right knee. And push into the palm of your hands to get a little bit of a lift and a little extra twist. Watching so that your left knee isn't pushing forward. And again, remember, yoga here is a union with your body, so listen to your body. Only twist to what feels comfortable. Taking a deep breath in here and relaxing. And exhale, untwist. Reach up. That feels so good after that chair to lengthen out those legs. Open up the feet and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Let's step back into downward dog. Push through the hips. And go ahead and move through your chaturanga, whatever that looks like for you. The knees need to be on the ground, that's fine. You can push up through a baby cobra. Or go into your downward dog, up dog rather. And back into downward dog. And you can always just stay in downward dog and skip the chaturanga. That's what yoga is about, is making this about what feels good to you, what serves you. And back to that choice that I mentioned in the beginning. So let's inhale and walk forward. And halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and open up your feet just a little bit, and we're going to do a squat here. So squat down, bring your palms to heart center. Use the elbows to open up those hips. And the more you move your palms down, they're going to help you open up those hips as well. Nice straight back. Don't scrunch down into this, hunch down like this. You want to have a nice lift. As you inhale, lift up and lengthen through the crown of the head. And exhale. So let's go ahead and take a seat and butterfly the feet. So your heels and toes are going to come together. You can pull them in as far as comfortable. I like to grab onto my toes. And again, lift up, inhale through the crown of the head. Let those hips open up. And exhale, release. You can even come down with that exhale. Inhale, back up. Relax the shoulders, relax the legs. Even myself, I have to remind myself because we start gripping like this. Just inhale and lengthen, open. Exhale, relax into the pose. Let your body guide you. Let your breath guide you in these poses. Good. All right, so let's get ready for a closing. And we're going to extend the feet out. I like to lift the heels off the mat because I feel like that gives me a good stretch in the back of the leg. And lift up tall. You can even grab your toes. Whatever feels good for you and needed right now. Good, so let's inhale. I'm going to turn sideways for you here. We're going to do a last spinal stretch here. So let's extend the right foot out in front of you. And you're going to bring the left heel up towards your sits bones, and we're going to lay down. Roll down. And inhale. Grab the knee in, hug it towards you, into your body. And as you exhale, bring the left knee over to your right side, keeping the left shoulder on the ground. Inhale here. And as you exhale, just release and soften into this pose. Let the left knee come down as far as feels comfortable. It's okay, you might feel a little pop or a snap here. As long as there's no pain. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. It's all about choosing to make this practice whatever is right for you. Inhale, back up. And you can now extend that left foot, right knee comes up, hug it in towards you. I like to wiggle and kind of exercise my ankle here. You can flex and point. Just taking advantage of the position and warming up and lubricating all the joints. And inhale with that hug. Exhale, bring that right knee over to your left side. Remember to keep the right shoulder as close to the ground as you can. No forcing here, just letting the body melt into these positions, into the depth that works for your body, that feels good to your body. Nice inhale here, deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just relax into this pose. Massaging those lower organs with these twists. I think of it as wringing out toxins in the lower body and all those organs down there, the liver. It's like a washcloth wringing them out. Inhale, come back up, and let's give ourselves a full hug now. So bring both knees up. Nice big hug. Again, flex the toes back and maybe forward. And then take these last couple minutes to do whatever feels right for you. Maybe you feel like you need another twist. Maybe you feel like you want to do a little bridge here. That's fine. If you're ready to go right into Shavasana, you can do that too. So it's whatever works for you. Happy baby. I'm feeling a little happy baby, so I think I'll do that. I like the way that feels on my lower back. Again, rolling back and forth, kind of massaging that lower back. But feel free to do whatever you'd like here. You can do that bridge pose if you like. Or another twist. Deep breath in. And exhale, extend both legs out in front. Let the toes kind of flare and widen open. Palms of the hands are flat on the floor. And we're going to take a few moments here in Shavasana to pause, reflect. Let your entire body go and be supported. Continue deep breaths. Gently come back. Start by wiggling the toes or maybe warming up the wrists a little. Taking a few deep breaths. And inhale, bring the knees in close to your body, giving yourself a hug. Hug of gratitude for being here, for doing the practice. And most of all, for allowing yourself to show up in the practice as suits you, as fits you. Roll over to your right side. Fetal position is very nurturing. So don't speed through this. Take a moment to nurture yourself, allow yourself to sit in this position. Nice deep breath in.
your left hand to
find your way back to seated position. Eyes can remain closed. Taking a few breaths here. Noticing how you embodied this practice, where you felt it most. Was it the breath, the flow, the stretching? Inhale, palms sweep out. Open the eyes if you like, or keep them shut. Palms come together. And exhale down through the center. Thumbs rest at your heart space. Shoulders relax. Remembering today my message and thought for the day, that you can choose. You can choose to be in love, to show up in love, for whatever's needed for you. Bowing my head to you in reverence and gratitude. Namaste.